we're going to be working on here in the community. We're looking at a couple of additional sites outside of the community. Waiting to hear back from Linda Cho down at Emily Green Shores. We're looking at adding, sending a crew down to Emily Green to do some work down there, and also the Park Family Shelter. But here in Craddock, we've got the aerial photograph here, and those of you who have real good eyes back in the back can see little yellow dots. Those are the 12 properties in Craddock. If you don't see those so well, around the wall are posters, and we had hoped to have photographs of each of the houses. However, we only saw them yesterday, so we weren't able to get the photographs done. But on the maps that are under each of those posters, you'll find a little on the map, one of the dots colored in, and that's the projects. And written in scratched handwriting on the side of it is what will be happening at each of those. There are going to be a dozen sites here in the Craddock community that we're working on. Now, remember last year at the prayer retreat, I stood here and I said, please pray, number one, that our funding will come through, and it did. We received a $25,000 grant from HUD to buy the materials. Then I said, pray that the mission board will select Portsmouth, and they did, and we're here. And then you begin to pray that people will sign up for the thing, and they have, in droves. In fact, the registration was capped at 250, and we hit that in November. The project is not until July. And there is still a waiting list of people hoping to get to come here, which blows my mind. But on this map, you also see the information on the aerial.
You may know a lot about World Changers. Some of you, we hope to give you a little overview of what we will be coming and what we will be doing and who will be participating in our project. World Changers started in 1990 in Brownsville, Tennessee with a pilot project and then kicked off nationally in 1991. In 1991, we were fortunate enough our family came to to Eastern Shore and participated in a World Changers project there. So we've been to your community before and we love it here. We're so thankful to get to come back. The video that I'm going to show you
our aspects of World Changers, and we can pray for this bouquet that's going to come together. So follow with me a little bit and use your imagery here to gather together what we're going to do this morning as we pray.
First, we have a drug problem, which we didn't have back then.
Problems along that area. In fact, my mother's house was broken into. We had gone to a Christmas program and came home and we saw a police car on the side of the street, and they were dealing with the people next door to her whose house had been broken into, and hers was also broken into. And I think they have a lot of that rampant here. But yeah.
Mandy Childers. This is my husband Brad. This is actually our first year in the ministry. This is my second year going to World Changers. This will be his first. And God has just called us into the ministry to work with the youth, and we are just thrilled to be a part of this. We just can't wait to see what I know that the Lord's got great things ahead of us here. And it's just amazes me to see how God just unfolds different steps throughout, how He just works in different ways. And I'm just thrilled to be a part of that.
My name is Brad Childers. I'm the Associate Youth Pastor for Wilkins Grove Baptist Church, and when I come to the church in February, they called me in full-time ministry, and they told me they had chosen to go to Portsmouth, Virginia, and they didn't know why. I was stationed here for 2 years and lived right over in the dry dock for about 6 or 9 months. So I knew this area. I knew that there was a great need here, and it's just an excitement to come here. And looking at the houses, really, I thought the need was going to be so much about just doing work on houses, but going through the community, there's a greater need here to bring the gospel message. And last night we were brainstorming on different ways of being able to reach at least 1,000 children in one way or another, trying to get the message to them.
Fourth World Changers. The reason that I choose to do World Changers with our team is because a couple reasons, really. It forces them to get outside of themselves for a week, so they get to come here and really live their lives for somebody else, and that's a privilege and that's an opportunity. So we like the structure of World Changers. We like what we do, the construction and then the ministry, and so it's a good blend. We come every year. We plan on coming again. I guess I chose Portsmouth just because we felt led in prayer to do it. I've never been here before, but we're very much looking forward to becoming friends with all of you, hopefully, and just seeing what the Lord has. So we thank you for letting us come.
World Changers, and I teach all year, and I just feel like this is a week that I can give to do things for the Lord, because He's blessed me so much, and I can come and spend a week just doing His work. And I really appreciate how welcome you've been to us, and we're excited about coming back.
And I'm talking about her other half, and she keeps me alive. But this is our fourth World Changers, and we lost our youth pastor back in July. He went to a full-time ministry at another church, and they said, "Well, who's going to handle World Changers?" And I said, "Well, I'll handle it while we're doing a pastor search." And I started looking at sites, and I got to Portsmouth, and I don't know why we chose Portsmouth. And I prayed about it. Our pastor said, "Where are you going? Are you going local? Are you going back to Cherokee?" I said, "I really got Portsmouth on my mind." He said, "Well, why Portsmouth?" I said, "I don't know." So we talked it over with the kids, and I prayed about it for another 2 weeks. And I decided on Portsmouth. We locked and loaded, and we're coming here. And the kids said, "Well, why?" I said, "I don't know, but God's going to do something big there, and we want to be a part of it." So that's how we ended up choosing Portsmouth, and we're excited. And not only for you and what we'll do for the community, but what it does for us and our children as they come and they grow, and they meet new people, new experiences, because we work with a whole new team. And it's just a great ministry. And it's amazing how many of our kids come to know the Lord in a week of work. And not only that, they help spread the word. And we do this as a family. This will be the first year that my two girls, all four of us, get to come. And we're just so excited, and we thank you for the welcome and the opportunity. But again, please bathe it in prayer, because we really think God's going to do big things in this 1 week of work.